The Silly Adventure of Mr. Wiggles the Worm. Welcome, my little friends. Make sure to hit subscribe button so you never miss a new story. Once upon a time, in a bright and colorful garden, there lived a worm named Mr. Wiggles. Now, Mr. Wiggles wasn't just any worm, he was the silliest worm in the entire garden. He had a shiny purple bow tie that he loved to wear and a tiny top hat that was always a bit too big for his head. One sunny morning, Mr. Wiggles woke up with a brilliant idea. Today, he said, wiggling his way out of his cozy underground home, I'm going to climb the tallest flower in the garden, the great sunflower. Now, this was a big deal because the great sunflower was so tall that the ants called it the sun tower, and the ladybugs got tired just looking up at it. But Mr. Wiggles was determined. He wiggled up to the base of the sunflower, took a deep breath, and started his climb. As he wiggled and squiggled up the stem, he sang a little song to keep himself motivated. Wiggle, wiggle, wriggle ho, up the flower I go. It's true. Higher, higher, to the sky, I'll be the first worm up this high. Halfway up the sunflower, he met a friendly bumblebee named Betty. Where are you off to, Mr. Wiggles? Buzzed Betty. I'm climbing to the very top of the great sunflower. I want to see what the world looks like from up there, said Mr. Wiggles proudly. Betty giggled. Well, be careful. The wind is strong up there. It might blow your top hat right off your head. Mr. Wiggles wiggled his hat down tighter and continued his climb. As he got closer to the top, he spotted a butterfly named Bonnie, who was munching on a sunflower leaf. Why are you climbing so high, Mr. Wiggles? Asked Bonnie. Because I want to be the first worm to see the sunrise from the top of the great sunflower, he said with a determined wiggle. Bonnie giggled and wished him luck. Watch out for the birds. They love to nibble on wiggly worms like you. Mr. Wiggles gulped but bravely continued. Finally, after a lot of wiggling and wriggling, he made it to the very top. He looked around in amazement. The garden looked so tiny from up there. He could see the whole world, the buzzing bees, the fluttering butterflies, and even the little ants having a picnic below. Just then, a gust of wind blew by. Mr. Wiggles held on to the sunflower with all his might, but, whoosh, his big top hat flew right off his head and floated down like a parachute. He watched it spiral away and let out a hearty laugh. Well, there goes my hat, he chuckled. But it was worth it to see the world from up here. Suddenly, a cheeky little robin flew by and saw Mr. Wiggles sitting at the top of the sunflower. The robin gave him a curious look and said, What's a fancy worm like you doing way up here? I'm on a grand adventure, said Mr. Wiggles, puffing out his tiny chest. I wanted to see the world from the tallest flower in the garden. The robin grinned. Well, Mr. Adventurer, how about a ride back down? Before Mr. Wiggles could answer, the robin gently picked him up in her beak and glided down to the ground, landing right beside his lost hat. She set him down, and Mr. Wiggles wiggled with delight. Thank you, Miss Robin, he said, tipping his hat with a bow. Anytime, Mr. Wiggles, said the robin, flying away with a cheerful chirp. And from that day on, whenever the other worms asked Mr. Wiggles about his adventure, he would wiggle his eyebrows, adjust his big purple bow tie, and say, It's amazing what you can see when you wiggle your way to the top. And he never went anywhere without his hat again. Except on windy days. The end.